Do you have the right police certificate for your express entry application? Let's talk about that. An express entry candidate, we'll call Johnny, got an invitation to apply for express entry. He entered the necessary information into his application and collected his supporting documents. Among his supporting documents, he needed 2 police certificates, one from his home country and one from Australia, where he had lived doing a working holiday. When he was ready to submit his application, he paid his fees and submitted. However, soon after, his application was rejected. Why is that? Well, it turns out that for Australia specifically, he needed to submit an additional document, which was a driver's record. Because he lived in one of the states, Victoria, requiring that. Even though he didn't have a driving license, this needed to be submitted. This is just one small detail that must be paid attention to when you're collecting your documents, including police certificates. And how to apply for a police certificate depends on whether you're a citizen or not, and if you're living in the country or not. In this case, for Australia, you must submit not only the police certificate, but if you lived in the states of Queensland or Victoria, you also need to submit a driving record, even if you didn't have a driving license while you were there. Whether you need a police certificate depends on timing and when you last lived in the country. You need a certificate from the last 10 years if you lived in the country for 6 months in a row after the age of 18. Many police certificates have an expiry date. This could be 6 months or 12 months after issue date. But if you received the police certificate after leaving the country, you can still use this certificate even if you haven't lived there for many years. It's also important to note that you don't need a police certificate from Canada if you did live in Canada for 6 or more months in a row. So, to prevent your application from being rejected for having the wrong police certificates, make sure you check the country-specific requirements for each country you need a police certificate for, and also make sure that they are still valid. I hope that's been helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon.